On News 25 Nightside, the polar vortex brings deadly cold, amazing sights, and angry students. Charter Oak's principal's been reassigned, and thousands think this is a good idea. Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Tom McIntyre. Ashley McNamee is on assignment. Dangerously cold temperatures are forcing more school closures across central Illinois. You can find those closings at the bottom of your screen. They include now District 150 in Peoria, Bloomington's Unit 5 schools, and Illinois State University. The cancellations due to a fourth round of Arctic air moving in from Canada. This map shows the wind chills today right across the country. This winter, central Illinois has had 9 days below zero. The record is 34 days below zero, but it's much the same across the Midwest. In Wisconsin, a rare glimpse of nature's beauty for the first time in 5 years. The ice is thick enough for visitors to safely visit Lake Superior's sea caves. And in Michigan, our NBC affiliate looking a lot like an igloo. You're looking at the windows in the newsroom at Traverse City. That's snow, 6 feet high, outside the station's first floor windows. Parts of Michigan expecting 3 more inches of snow overnight. And for what's in store for us here in central Illinois, we turn to Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins.
Well, Mac, temperatures are dropping. It's taken a while for the bitterly cold stuff to get here, but now it has arrived. As far as overnight is concerned, we have that wind chill warning in effect until noon tomorrow. Looks like wind chills about 20 to 30 below. Forecast lows tonight running 8 below to about 15 below, with westerly winds at 10 to 15. Highs tomorrow in the single digits. The good news, we start warming things up to near 30 on Thursday, but guess what? That means snow. More on that coming away in just a couple of minutes. Mac.
All right, thanks, Chuck. As temperatures continue to plunge, heating bills continue to go up. Possibly the hardest hit, the 63 million users of natural gas and propane. Nationwide, the government's predicting a national natural gas heating bill of $665. That's 10% more than last year. And for propane users here in the Midwest, a bigger jump. Average bill more than $1,600. That's up 23%. Today, Governor Pat Quinn declared a propane emergency in this state. That loosens transportation rules so out-of-state truckers can drive longer hours to make propane deliveries. For tips on how to cut down on your heating costs without being left out in the cold, literally and figuratively, log on to our website, cinewsnow.com. Preliminary autopsies are in for 2 Illinois State University students found dead over the weekend. 19-year-old Yusuf Ahmad found Sunday morning in a field about 3 miles from the campus. A McLean County coroner says the young man died as a result of exposure to cold weather. Investigators believe he wandered away from an event at the Chateau Hotel Saturday night and collapsed. Overnight temperatures in Bloomington normal were at 7 degrees. And a blood clot apparently caused the death of 20-year-old Katie Bornstein. The former ISU student found unresponsive Saturday night at an apartment complex in Normal. The coroner, Beth Kimmerling, has ordered additional testing on both Bornstein and Ahmad. Charter Oak parents continuing their support today for Principal John Witterauer, but he's not going to be their principal anymore. District 150's administration has made major changes at Charter Oak. News 25's Catherine Tellez was at tonight's meeting and has more on the school board's decision.
It's a decision that parents of Charter Oak students have been waiting months to hear.
Every District 150 principal is expected to be the instructional leader in their building. This case is about a principal's lack of leadership.
But it was not the decision they hoped for. Principal John Wetterauer will be reassigned to another building as principal on special assignment. As for the 4 staff members involved, Deborah Lowe and Joan Scheifeling will be reassigned to other buildings
For their failure to follow ISAT testing protocols for special education students.
2 others will have disciplinary action brought against them, but the school board president says no formal board action is needed. Parents were visibly upset with the decision.
How dare you take these people away from our kids in the middle of this school year, and shame on you for not supporting these people who've dedicated their lives to our children.
It's not too late to say, hey, listen, let's take a step back and see this climate of fear that's happening in our schools that inhibits our teachers from teaching the way that they can.
School Board President Rick Cloyd says this whole situation was very difficult for everyone. He realizes the board's unanimous decision would be unpopular with the community, but says not investigating the claims would have been a cover-up. But the parents say this fight isn't over.
Short term, we're going to do everything in our power to ensure our teachers, hardworking, honest, forthright teachers, are vindicated. And believe me, they will be.
The Illinois State Board of Education has received a copy of the investigation. It is not known if they will take any action. In Peoria, I'm Catherine Tellez.
Jane Cushing will remain Charter Oaks principal for the rest of this school year. The fate of several dogs involved in a fatal attack on a 4-year-old Bloomington girl could be announced tomorrow. Kara Hartrich died as a result of injuries to head, neck, and arms following an attack at her home. The Pantograph tonight reporting that the 2 non-neutered males may be responsible for the attack. A 3rd female dog also being held in a state-mandated 10-day observation by the McLean County Animal Control. Bloomington police will advise the health department on what happens next to those dogs. A Bloomington man's attorney will appeal a life sentence, 120 years in prison. 21-year-old Ross Johnson convicted of attempted murder in October for shooting 4 people during a 2012 party in Bloomington. The judge said Johnson's criminal history, including 4 previous felonies, were considered in the sentencing. Each week, News 25 teams up with the Peoria County Sheriff's Office in a search for people with outstanding warrants. We call it Manhunt Monday, and this week police are looking for Denzel Gayton. The 20-year-old wanted for aggravated use of a weapon, criminal trespass, theft, and drug possession. The charges stem from 3 separate incidents. He's 5'9", 183 pounds. His last known address in the 2700 block of South Star Street in Peoria. For more information on Gayton and other fugitives, go to our website, cinewsnow.com. Click on Manhunt Monday. The cause of a weekend fire that destroyed Delvin's only grocery store remains under investigation today. Nearly 48 hours after the blaze, a lot of residents still in shock over the loss of the city's gem. News 25's Denise Jackson has their story.
For many people in Delavan, a small city of about 1,600, the grocery store becomes a regular meeting place.
Some of the folks, that was where they went that day. They went to the store, come to the store to get bananas and visit. There was a lot of visiting and just seeing how people are.
Debbie Burt worked part-time as a cashier at Delavan Finer Foods for more than 6 years. Burt, like many folks, is devastated by a fire early Sunday morning, which destroyed the city's only grocery store.
Well, it's the only place in town to get groceries, obviously, and I don't like to have to drive to Pekin.
It's going to change the dynamics of the town. I'm confident that we'll come back with something, I hope. We're going to miss the corner.
In the meantime, another retailer, Dollar General, nearby could pick up some of the slack, but it doesn't have meat and produce.
They stepped in a couple years ago when they were needed and really was a help to the community.
Burt says the owner, who lives out of town, plans to rebuild. In the meantime, residents will have to find another gathering location. In Delavan, I'm Denise Jackson reporting.
More to come tonight for Strawn and your hometown. Still ahead, controversy at a state university over a lack of weather-related cancellations. But first, it's over the icy river and through the bone-chilling mud when we return.
You're watching your home team at 10 with Tom McIntyre, Ashley McNamee, and Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins. This is News 25 Nightside at 10.